Remember the hit Lego movie, The Mask of Light? Remember all the cool characters in that movie? Well, it's time to see all of them once again. Only this time, they're going to be revamped and reimagined. This is the Mask of Light Collab. Last time we took a look at the Rakshi and saw how they were upgraded. Oh, it was a good time. But it's time to take a look at the legendary Toa Nuva. Prepare to be blown away. You're about to see some truly fantastic creations. Hold on to your butts. Beginning things off with Gali Nuva by J6 Crash. Yo, the introduction of a yellow kind of exosuit on the back? Genius. I love it when builders get creative and find new ways of expanding upon the character's power set. I see this as some sort of jet propulsion craft. You know, it lets Gali move around underwater at lightning speed, and it probably also doubles as an oxygen tank. Yeah, there's maybe even storage for artifacts that she finds underwater. I'm sure it's an all-in-one, exosuit. And props to J6 Crash. This could have been so much more literal. You could have given her scuba gear, oxygen tank, tubing, the works. But come on, this is Bionicle. It's a fancy fantasy world. It's filled with biomechanical robots. Let's get creative, let's get weird, let's get wacky. This funky little add-on feels like a breath of fresh air. I love it. Yeah, but the clever designs keep coming. Take a look at the arms. They make use of these Fantoka jetpacks, which that in itself is pretty cool, but inside the holes of that jetpack, we have some of these harpoon pieces. Now these only made it into 2 Lego sets. They're oddly rare. I kind of wish Lego kept making them, they're pretty cool pieces. And yeah, pairing these pieces together looks sensational. You can just see Gali loading these in and then shooting them out. There is so much to love about this mock. Even just the simple thing of taking Bulk's feet and combining them with her original axe weapons that can be converted into flippers, and some of these Star Wars Ultra Build shin armor pieces. All those parts together creates a very smooth and sleek design. Now that smooth and sleek silver armor, I feel like that's so key to any of the Toa Nuva. Whenever I think of them, I think of images like this where you see their shiny new armor. I think of the energized protodermis, that liquid metal that gave them this new look. Really doing your best to accent the silver armor, I think that's pretty key on any revamp of the Toa Nuva. And J6 Crash, dude, you nailed that look. Wonderful work. Now for one of my favorite people, and one of my favorite recreations in this group of 6. It's Onua Nuva, made by Ezreal. So that OG set is known for its sweet chainsaws, which were cool, love that weapon. But supersizing them, building it out of system bricks, plates, and of course a bunch of these 1x1 cheese slope pieces. Mate, that looks extraordinary. I appreciate the effort to make these look a little bit more like mining equipment. Yeah, they do on the original set, but they also just look like, an actual chainsaw, which isn't that mining themed. But this is, especially the additions of caution stripes, having the tubing linking the arms into the back, and the fact that these actually look like little strap-on devices that link up to his arm, and if they wanted to, they could be removed. It's so good to see everything tying back to that earth theming. Yeah, those caution stripes, that hint of yellow. It pairs well with the little hint of yellow on the torso. That's nice. Only a small amount of it, sure, but it looks so good. We got Wenua Hordika's masks for thighs. Brilliant. Great idea to use it like that. And oh my, these silver legs and the feet, they almost look like engines. The insane amount of greebles and pipes and gorgeous looking textures. Onua just looks like mining equipment that's come to life. This is top notch. Moving on over to the man himself, Tahu Nuva. Ben, otherwise known as Cement Addiction, made this. So you probably immediately notice the use of a few odd looking pieces. These Lego pieces here are called Snap. Snap is one of those themes that, of all the weird and wacky Lego themes, when you look at it, it looks the least like actual Lego. But Ben shows us that, hey, it's still versatile and can have some pretty good uses. They make for excellent swords. They make for great armor. They look pretty good on the legs. But going back to those swords, yes, you better believe it, they look good like this, but they can be linked together. You can turn that into a bigger sword, or this could be a lava board, this could be a shield. Whatever it is, it's pretty sweet. Yeah, look, this is nice, but I want to draw your attention to the torso. Right there in the center, you can see one of these black stud shooters. The texture of this piece, the general feeling of it, when it's combined with some wires, it gives you this excellent robotic feeling, very mechanical. I like how that contrasts with the almost sort of like metal scaffolding look of all the red armor. I also like the combination of pieces right here. Another one of those jetpack pieces, and some of the Fantoka Makuta rib cages. Pretty good way to mass out some silver armor. Ben, you killed it. This looks so good. And now, Kopaka Nuva. This is made by Patrick Biggs. Oh, this is excellent. It's a Patrick Biggs mock, of course it's excellent. The red cloth, the fur pelts, they make for some fine, fine additions. But what I love most about this is when we put it side by side with an earlier creation from Patrick. It's his revamp of the original Kopaka. I'm sure you're familiar with it. Of course, you know, Kopaka Mata becomes Kopaka Nuva. And it's nice to study the changes. That unarmored torso, the very greeble heavy mechanical look, it's swapped out for a more armored appearance with smoother aesthetics. It's fun to examine those changes, but it's even more fun to take a look at how Patrick has evolved his own creation. Those more slimmed down legs, well, they get armored up. The colors, they get moved around a little bit, but for the most part, the upper leg remains the same. The fur pelts, some of them get replaced with silver armor, but you do keep that same kind of circular shape on the torso. It's the same thing for the waist. The limbs are a pretty close match, the shield does get a little bigger. That's delightful to see how this has grown and evolved. I can't think of any other time I've seen a builder build both versions of a character, and then evolve it based off of what they built, upgrading their own techniques, enhancing their own aesthetics. That's really creative. Over to Pohatu Nuva. This is by Max Howell. One of the biggest departures from the original design, but it's still quite clever. I like how the kicking weapons have been upgraded, making use of the gear piece that we see on the back of all the Borok. I don't see people using that piece at all these days. It's nice to see it getting some action. The thighs also use a few older elements, some of these Rakshi torso pieces. I like how when they're put together, there's that little bit of space up top here, and the edge of that Rakshi foot neatly fills that in. Although my favorite inclusion of an older piece is this old printed element right here. It comes on an old Star Wars droid carrier. God, I haven't seen that piece in years. I haven't seen people use a bunch of these pieces in years. Hey, if you're gonna revamp an older creation, challenge yourself to rebuild it using older pieces. I like that. And this revamp of Lewa, I like it too. I love it, it's excellent. It's been made by Brick Brickelson. Look at this mask. It's a really nice recreation of the original, but you know, looking at it now, I never realized how much the original mask feels like it's made out of a big leaf. It does have some more plant-like qualities to it, and I never really noticed that before. Isn't it lovely that a revamp like this can make you look at an old set in a totally new way? And on the subject of looking at things in new ways, using katanas for eyes. Dope. I also quite like how the feet include a few brown pieces. It really does look like bark and vines and roots. They're just growing through his armor. That's another pretty good way of introducing not only a new color, but really hitting home that kind of like jungle theming. Sweet. Yeah, seeing all these excellent revamps today makes me really happy. Well done to all 6 of these builders. You nailed it. And go and check the links below if you want to see even more creations by all these builders. Could be a good way to get a little bit more inspiration. Thanks for watching everyone, happy building, and bye for now. Hi. Yeah, this is him. No, I don't want to talk about my car's extended warranty.